But for now, Ashley, hit the air. It's time for Monday Morning Fallout. Of course, when we overreact to the football weekend. And what a weekend it was across the Lone Star State. We'll start with my 3 big thoughts. Thought number 1, statements made. This struck me as a weekend in which a number of teams in the high school football ranks made statements not just to their division, or rather not just to their district, but to the state. Example, Alvin Shadow Creek.
Mm-hmm.
We knew the Angleton, and we knew and know that the Angleton defense is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good. And all Shadow Creek did was go out there and thump them. If it's true, what we were saying a couple weeks ago, that when Lone Star beat Highland Park, if it's true that means that broke the glass ceiling for all those teams, and that 5A Division 1 is now wide open, Alvin Shadow Creek raised their hand and said, we want some of that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very impressive win by them. Longview.
Oh, my goodness. I did not expect that at all.
Guys.
Not Longview putting up points.
No,
Rockwall putting up nothing.
Rockwall didn't score a touchdown, guys. And this was the 4th best offense in 6A coming into this game, and they got stymied by Longview. An absolute masterclass.
49-3.
Yeah.
Longview, dominant effort.
I watched them the week before that they went on, and I was like, this is going to be a really good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw Rockwall.
And they looked so good, and then they go to Longview, and that was just terrible.
It was just a demolition.
Mm-hmm.
Really impressive.
I was like, hey, we heard Longview was like, hey, we heard you haven't been impressed with what we've been doing this year.
Yeah.
All right, so watch this.
I think Gilmer made a big statement.
Oh, yeah.
Beating Newton, handing Newton their first loss in 33 games, ending the state's longest winning streak. I thought San Antonio Brandeis made a statement, toppling San Antonio Brennan and taking control of District 28 6A and doing so in emphatic fashion. Really impressive. I thought Stratford made a statement.
Mm-hmm.
Drilling Hamlin.
Oh.
Which, by the way, we'll get to the 2A Division 2 rankings. Who else? I thought Refugio made a statement.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back against Mart, taking that punch, coming back and beating Mart, and exacting a little bit of revenge. I thought they made a statement too. It was Statement Friday on Friday night, and a number of teams across the state made that statement. Thought number 2, confirmation bias. So, in the college football ranks, we have, I think that we feel like at this point, we felt like we had a decent feel on most teams. We felt like things were going pretty well. We're like, okay, we know what this team is about. We know what this team is about. And some of those teams confirmed those things to us. SMU confirmed it to us. What they did at USF, we thought they were a favorite. We thought they were the better team. They go on the road, and they showed we're the better team. They're now ranked for the first time in, I think, 30-something years.
33.
33 years.
Mm.
That was confirmation. I hate to say it, but I think A&M confirmed that they are who we think we are. They are.
Yeah.
Which is a team that has a high upside that doesn't always reach it.
Mm-hmm.
That tends to play to the level of their competition. Because they are a way better team than Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
But you wouldn't know it watching that game. Now, part of it is, as I've been saying on Twitter, that is the Southwest Conference El Asico. It is a weird game every year.
No matter how good the teams are, how bad the teams are.
It could be number 1 Arkansas against a winless and coachless and quarterbackless A&M team.
And it'll be
31-30.
Yeah.
It would find a way. But still, that was a little bit concerning.
Yeah.
I think Tech showed that they are who we thought they were.
At least without Alan Bowman.
And there's going to be a lot of teams that get their pants pulled down in Norman, and Tech is just the latest of them. But then there were teams that I think showed a little bit of fight. I think I think TCU showed some fight against Kansas. And I understand it's Kansas, and they're still Kansas. But that's a better Kansas team, and we had big questions about TCU.
Yep.
I think they answered the bell. On the same token, Houston.
Mm-hmm.
What in the heck? After a week, after one of the worst weeks for a Texas college football team in years, one of the weirdest weeks. They go out there on the road and make short work of North Texas. Some thoughts about North Texas, too, but we'll get into that.
It was bad.
Anyway, confirmation bias. My thought, second thought. And thought number 3, week 6. Guys, I don't know if you guys have meandered over to what week 6 has in store.
We got some fireworks.
Y'all.
I'm a little behind the scenes. I'm picking the pick'em games right now, and I'm like, man, there is a lot to choose from.
An incomplete list of bangers in week 6. South Lake Carroll and Geyer. Okay, pretty good start.
Yes, please.
How about a battle of unbeatens between Katy and Katy Tompkins? How about a battle of unbeatens between Beaumont United and Beaumont Westbrook? I'm so excited about that game. How about Brenham and Georgetown Eastview? We'll find out. I think Georgetown Eastview could go out there and win the district if they win this game. How about Carthage and Pleasant Grove? How about Carthage and Pleasant Grove?
That's a state title level game.
That is a banger of the highest order. Okay? If you're into the kind of hipstery type games, we got a battle of unbeatens, Weimar and Flatonia. If you're into the 2A type, I think Round Rock and Vandegrift, battle of unbeatens. Another battle of unbeatens, Pasadena, Dobie, and Humble, the battle of unbeatens. It is a ludicrous week of Texas high school football. Week 6 is going to be maybe the best week yet. Huge games all across the state. Really excited. 3 helmet stickers. A helmet sticker to Lubbock Coronado quarterback Sawyer Robertson, who goes 12 of 15 for 453 yards and 6 touchdowns. So half of his completions went for scores. And by the way, he did that in one half. For Lubbock Coronado.
Oh, God.
Spoiler alert, they won. Houston Baptist quarterback Bailey Zappi. 43 of 59. 498 yards and a school record 7 touchdown passes for Bailey Zappi, the pride of Victoria, for the Huskies. He gets a helmet sticker.
That's a great last name.
Zappi?
I like that.
He was awesome in Victoria East. And finally, Pleasanton wide receiver Dalton Hobbs caught 8 passes for 203 yards and 3 touchdowns. By the way, Pleasanton unbeaten. One of 2 teams in that district unbeaten. Beeville Jones is unbeaten as well. Pleasanton wide receiver Dalton Hobbs gets a helmet sticker. Teams to watch. We'll talk with our coach here in a moment. Katy Maid Creek. They drilled Katy Cinco Ranch. Now, Katy Cinco Ranch is in a bad way, right? Yeah. But that is a traditional power in that district, in the Katy area. Traditionally, the second best team in Katy, basically.
Sure.
And Maid Creek is now 5-0 and rolling. The Rams are for real. And we're going to talk with our coach, Mike Rabe, coming up here in a moment. Rice. All right, guys. I sat here on this show, me and Matt Wilson, and we called our shot. And we said, Rice is going to beat Louisiana Tech.
Wrong, like I said. Like
so
I
close.
said.
So close.
Tantalizingly close.
So close. A couple of defensive mishaps in the last drive that let La Tech drive down the field and kick a field goal to tie it.
I was at the North Texas game when that happened, which was obviously a terrible game, but I looked at my phone, and that was probably the best notification that I got all night long.
It was like
So
Rice went
close.
up 30 seconds. What was it, like a minute? Like 30 seconds?
I was texting with Matt Wilson, too. I was like,
dude.
I saw Shahan in the press box, and I was like, did you see the score?
Oh, Rice. They're getting closer, man. They are getting closer. The breakthrough is coming. I'm in on Rice. I know they're 0-5, but like that is a
Best
arrow
0-5
pointing
team in the
up. Best 0-5 team in the country. And Frisco.
Yes. Raccoon's back.
Raccoon Hive. Okay. Guys.
That game was so much fun.
You were there, right?
I was there. Me and Joseph Hoyt were there for the Dallas
He
Morning
was
News.
blowing up the Slack
Oh, my
chat.
God. It was amazing. Frisco, keep an eye out for Chase Lowry from Frisco. That kid is a star. He is really, really good. He made a huge play. So Frisco went up 20
They jumped
20 to nothing or
20
21
nothing in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was a disastrous start for Reedy. Frisco came out, and then Reedy basically shut down the offense and just started mounting a comeback of their own.
Yeah.
And then Frisco had a counterpunch, and they Chase Lowry had an incredible catch with a couple seconds to go, and they drove in, and it was that was a great game, great crowd too. It started off a little shaky with the crowd, but they fled in, they filled it up a little, filled up the Star, and man, that offense looks really impressive.
I'm telling
now.
you,
that
man,
offense
Jeff
is
Harbert's
really good.
Jeff Harbert's got those raccoons cooking.
Oh yeah,
those are 3 teams to watch. 3 teams to worry about. Paris got kind of blowed up by Melissa. Melissa hung 52 on them.
Yeah.
Really impressive stuff from Melissa, but I'm a little worried about Paris now. North Texas. That stunk.
Mm-hmm.
That was an egg that they laid at home against a wounded Houston team that was playing not just with their starting quarterback and not just with one of their top receivers in Keith Corbin, but without 2 starting offensive linemen. And Clayton Tune tuned up the band, and that was not. That was. I'm just starting to wonder if this is just a middle of the road CUSA team. That's a super discouraging loss to me.
That they yeah, like it wasn't even like Houston hit big plays, and like you look at Tune's stat line, it's like, oh, it wasn't that impressive. They hit a lot of big plays, like 90, 60 yard, like very incredible chunk plays, but it's like North Texas had nothing to respond with.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be the peak of this team, right? Like the peak Seth Luttrell, Mason Fine team. And I mean, who knows? We'll get to CUSA conference schedule
we'll
play,
happens,
but oh man, it's not
start.
looking impressive.
Finally, Cuero.
1-4.
1-4.
Yeah.
They lose 33-8 to Wharton. We knew that they were replacing a big senior class, but and look, they get a bye, and then they go into district play. And Wimberley looks pretty good, and Navarro looks pretty good, but
then they get the Fighting Brady Keens.
they get Bandera.
5-0 Bandera.
5-0 Bandera. Very, very discouraged by Cuero so far. 1-4. It's 4 straight losses. It's Travis Shreve will get them going, but that's a discouraging start there. And that is Monday Morning Fallout.